All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon here from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking time. Listen, starting 30 minutes late. But that's all right. It's Friday. Good couple of news we're going to cover this morning. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button on the YouTube. Welcome, Humi. Patty Moore from Hawaii. Lorna Vasquez, Hanford, California. Hillary, stay bullish until 2045. Bethany Gibbs, Seattle. I forgot to say this yesterday. Happy birthday, Bethany. Stan Williams from Tampa. Stan, I should be in Tampa next weekend. Tony Pinkston from Philly. Cynthia. Cleve Stewart, New York. Karen from Oregon. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. Good morning, Anissa from New Jersey. There's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space to have success. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 30 days, 60 days, a year from now? 3 months, 6 months, a year from now. What vehicle of choice are you using to make that happen? Make a decision, take action, and remain focused. Do not get distracted. There's so many things out there that can distract you in the space. You have limited resources. Now, following these rules is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most that we can ask for. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get this started. You should be able to see my screen. What's going on in the coin market cap? Flatline about, kind of. 131, almost 132 billion market cap. It's gone up a little bit. Bitcoin dominance is down a little bit, 51.7%, which means money went to the altcoins. Bitcoin is up 0.5% last 24 hours. Ethereum almost 1%. Ripple 3.3. EOS was a little better than Flatline. Look at Binance coins up 10.3%. Binance coin is worth $11. You see that? $11 per coin. There was at one point you could get the Binance coins for free when they first became an exchange. They were giving away coins for free. Well, that's happening again. There's a new exchange that is launching. I'll talk about it a little later. It hit my desk, called BitStack Exchange. So they are giving away free coins because they're just launching. Now imagine them giving away free coin, and then one day that coin is worth $10 a coin, like Binance coin. What if it's just worth freaking 50 cents a coin? Anyways, let's see, best performers, best 24 hours. Huobi token, Power Ledger, Binance coin, 10.36%. Aurora, Raven coin, Binance is hopping right now. Let's see, worst performers, any bad performers? ABBC coin, never heard of that really. ODEM, PoonDX is down, negative 2.9%. Vein Electronium, negative 0.51%, negative 0.5% down. All right, so let's take a peek at the news. What do I want to go with first? Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin orders cryptocurrency regulation. Sets site for July 1st deadline. You see this? They are moving full steam ahead. Got to know what's going on with geopolitics. Especially right now when they think that we're distracted, that's when they're gonna start doing stuff. So, Russia may be about to adopt a new set of federal laws relating to cryptocurrencies. What's more, it seems as if this decision has been taken at a top level, with a recent document reportedly showing that the cryptocurrency order has been approved by Russia's President Vladimir Putin. This should come as no shock. 2 years ago, I said that he did this. In fact, he actually ordered it for the summer of 2018. He got some blowback from his own banks, but we know who's going to win that battle. Russian government to work with State Duma. Recent reports specify that the Kremlin published a list of 47 orders this Wednesday. You know that? It's not a suggestion. This is a declaration. You're going to do this. The various orders have all reportedly been greenlit by Putin, meaning that they are one step closer to being enacted. However, the order with the most interest to cryptocurrency advocates will no doubt be one pertaining to cryptocurrencies. Specifically, the order is said to instruct the Russian government to work with the nation's lower house of parliament, the State Duma, to implement federal laws aimed at the development of the digital economy. That is a word or a phrase you better start to get familiar with. You've heard of financial economy, right? Or just economy. But digital economy, that is going to be the only economy worldwide. Better start getting used to that word. Furthermore, these are said to include determining the procedure for conducting civil law transactions in electronic form, as well as regulating digital financial assets and attracting financial resources using digital technologies. In addition to this, the order also comes with a deadline listed as July 1st, 2019. Moreover, the responsible officers are Russian Prime Minister and ex-President Dmitry Medvedev, as well as the State Duma Chairman Vyacheslav Viktorovich Volodin. I remember him. It would seem this comes as a measure to end the legal limbo in which cryptocurrencies have existed for the past year. Legal limbo meaning the banks have been pushing back in Russia. Nevertheless, it should be noted that this is not the first time that the Russian government has been ordered to develop cryptocurrency regulation. Russia began examining cryptocurrency regulations last year. Specifically, Putin issued an order last year urging the government to ensure that changes are made to the legislation of the Russian Federation to decide the legal definition of digital technology such as cryptocurrencies, tokens, and smart contracts. Although 3 separate bills relating to cryptocurrency regulation were filed last year, Russian lawmakers could not decide on an appropriate legal framework. However, the Russian news outlet Rambler recently reported that the 3 bills will be revisited by the State Duma this March. In fact, Oleg Nikolayev, a member of the State Duma's Committee on Economic Policy, is said to have noted that discussions are in their final stages. Moreover, Russian Prime Minister Medvedev spoke on the issue of cryptocurrencies this January, noting that there does not serve any purpose burying the matter of cryptocurrencies. Rather, he argued that they need to be examined and better understood, stating that they can hold both potential and potential peril. As with any social phenomenon, any economic institute, there are both bright sides and dark sides. Watch Russia. Next up, I'm going to give a quote. Vladimir Putin said this 2 years ago. Oh, I got to remember. Why did my mind just go blank? How did he put this? Oh, yeah. He said, the Stone Age did not end due to the lack of stone. The Stone Age ended due to the introduction of better technology. Stones are still there. My 11-year-old feels like he's got to kick every single stone he sees. They're still there. But are we bartering with it anymore? Are we using it anymore? No. He also said that this digital economy, cryptocurrencies, this is the future. And whoever embraces it first will become the new world power. And those who do not will be underneath the thumb of those who do. Vladimir Putin said that 2 years ago. I have not seen any significant movement from the U.S. government in the past 2 years outside of more talks in Congress about the benefits of blockchain technology. Now, there was one significant thing. The SEC declared Bitcoin and Ethereum not a security, but nowhere near what the governments in Russia's doing, Iran, even China that has banned everything, Japan, Thailand. I think Thailand is now set to approve 4 cryptocurrencies as national currency. 4. All right, next up. Let's see, which one is this? Still on international news, cryptocurrency accounts for less than 2% of all Japanese money laundering cases. All right, here's something to know. This is why education is key. Whenever you hear your broke cousin Pookie talking about, that's not Bitcoin and stuff, that's just for scam, money laundering, criminals, when you hear bankers say it, when you see people on the news running their mouths about it, it's good that you're educated to know that that's false. As a matter of fact, more than $2 trillion was laundered through the banks last year alone. $2 trillion money laundering through the banks. And their fees? Their fees is what? 1.5 billion that they got to pay in a fee. That's a drop in the bucket. You're right, Bethany. I can't forget about, Bubba as well. Bubba, Ray, Cleophas, Pookie, you know who I'm talking about. They always got something to say. They always the brokers as well. So, 2% of all money laundering cases. Money laundering cases related to cryptocurrencies in Japan have increased significantly in 2018. Nevertheless, their number remains a fraction of the total. According to the Japanese press, the majority of reported money laundering instances actually involve banks. How are we not surprised? And other traditional financial institutions. Banks and credit card companies. The number of cases of suspected money laundering linked to cryptocurrencies reported in Japan surpassed 7,000 last year. The Japan Times reported, quoting the National Policy Agency. The figure represents a tenfold increase in comparison with the 669 cases registered between April and December of 2017, when crypto exchange operators were obliged to report suspicious transactions that may be linked to the movement of illicit funds. The Japanese police detailed that in some of the cases, users with different names and birth dates have been sharing the same identification document, and others have been found to log in from foreign jurisdictions despite providing Japanese addresses in their accounts. In other words, VPN stuff. In 2018 alone, 417,000 cases of suspected money laundering and other abuses were reported to the law enforcement agencies in Japan. That's over 17,000 more cases than the previous year. It should be noted, however, that the majority of these cases involve banks and other financial institutions, comprising 346,000 reports, and credit card companies, 15,114. That means the cases related to crypto, the exact number of which is 7,096, are less than 1.7% of the total. That's not even something that's worthy of putting effort into. 1.7%. The National Police Agency of Japan plans to take steps in response to the rising number of suspicious transactions. One of the initiatives involves the training of specialists in financial data analysis. Artificial intelligence technology may be employed to detect illegal trades. These systems can be taught to recognize patterns related to money laundering and other illicit transactions. The Japan Times points out that the country has also seen some large cryptocurrency heists in recent years. These include the Mt. Gox hack in 2014, when $433 million worth of cryptocurrency was stolen from the digital asset exchange. Another attack against the Japanese exchange, CoinCheck, last January led to the loss of approximately $550 million of cryptocurrency NEM. Cases such as these were the main reason for a decision by the Japan's Financial Services Agency to order several crypto trading platforms based in the country to improve their internal controls. The regulator also asked for the introduction of preventive measures against money laundering. So there you are educated when somebody wants to use money laundering as a reason why not to be involved in crypto. Education is key. Let's see. I found this was from a couple of days ago. Wait, this is from today. I saw this a couple of days ago as well, and maybe a different article. Yeah, 4 days ago. This is 4 days ago. I didn't do crypto talk that day. Bitcoin whales have accumulated thousands of coins in the last 2 months. Pay attention. Don't listen to what they say. Follow what they do. That's why I don't believe a second of Steve Wozniak of Apple talking about he doesn't own any Bitcoin. He sold it all in 2017. Of course he did. That's when it was at its height. You buy low, you sell high. Well, we're at the low right now. So what do you think Steve Wozniak's going to do? Buy. He's not going to tell you that. But they've accumulated thousands of coins in the last 2 months. Where did they get those coins from? People who didn't understand what was going on. They're not educated, fear that they're going to lose all their money because the market dropped and they sold their coin. The rich people bought them up. Cryptocurrency markets experienced a long bearish cycle last year, which has continued into 2019. With some of the top cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Core losing significant fiat value, large holders, otherwise known as whales, have been able to accumulate massive amounts of the digital asset. According to the top 100 rich list addresses for both coins, the world's richest Bitcoin holders have taken full advantage of weak hands and discounted prices. They've gathered 150,000 coins since December 17th, 2018. You know why that is a significant date? What happened on December 17th, 2017? That was the date that Bitcoin reached its height. So exactly 1 year later, they all start to buy again. Follow the signs, follow the trends. They're preparing for something. During the start of the weekend on February 22nd, popular cryptocurrencies were coasting along after making some decent gains a few days prior. However, on February 24th, prices fell sharply and most coins lost 10% of their fiat value in a 30-minute time frame. This type of trend has been a consistent pattern over the last 14 months. These ups and downs have allowed large BTC and BCH holders to capture coins at a cheaper rate every time prices have dropped, and whales have managed to stockpile thousands of coins. Remember what I saw on Poloniex? Let me see if I can bring this up. I've been following this bot that has both buy and sell orders in, but lately it has only had buy orders in. No sell orders. Let's see if that's still the case. There it is, 40 Bitcoin, buying at 38.26. Let's see if they're selling any. Oh, there it is. There's a sell order now. Okay, that gives me some solace. 38.75 is a sell order. So they're believing, based on what I see here, that the market's going to continue to go sideways right now, like this. See, when it did not have a sell order, Bitcoin was doing this. It was going up. They were accumulating coins, pumping it up. Interesting. The rich list for the top 100 BTC holders also shows a bunch of exchanges, but these wallets are clearly labeled so the public can track them. Today, on February 25th, cryptocurrency exchange Bittrex has the largest BTC cold wallet with 130,000 coins. That's $494 million worth of coins. Where do you think they got most of those coins from? You think they bought it? No. Not at a high price. Most of that came from mining the coins in the early days. That's what I'm telling you guys. For green holders, hold your coins. What if you got 3, 4, 5 million coins? 5 years from now, those coins are worth $4, $5, $10 a coin. That's how they become millionaires. So in fact, the 5 largest BTC addresses recorded on bitinfocharts.com, that is a website you might want to save if you ever want to see the top wallets out there. Everything is public on the blockchain. I'll put that chat box for you. Are all owned by exchanges, Bitfinex, Bitstamp, Huobi, and Binance. Aside from exchange wallets, a good portion of large wallet owners are unknown. And observing the rich list can give people a good indication of how much influence whales have over the price. I was on a presentation the other day because I am researching a lot of the artificial intelligence programs out there, including and comparing it to what KGX will be launching. And I learned something on how they operate, how they're able to manipulate the market at will. It's like they've got their own piggy bank, especially the arbitrage ones. How they know a whale can influence the market. I was taught when trading, never trade with more than $10,000 on one account, because if you do, then you are now influencing the market because other people are now watching what you do and they're reacting to you instead of the other way around. And if you have enough coins and you know what you're doing and you have a good artificial intelligence, you can predict which way the market's going to go by even doing what's called fake outs. In basketball, we may call it a crossover dribble. You know you're going to go left, but you have everybody thinking you're going to go right, and then you cross them over, and you make your money when you go left. That's what these billionaires do all day long. Every time they talk negative about Bitcoin, then all of a sudden 6 months later, you see them investing in a huge Bitcoin project. Now, how'd that happen? It was a fake out. Anyway, that's another topic. At the moment, the 100 richest addresses have between 10,000 to 1 million BTC, or 16.18% of all BTC in circulation. From December 17, 2018, up until February 25th, the 5 largest wallets which belong to exchanges increased by 2,879 BTC, 10.8 million. But the remainder of the top 100 whales, some of which are smaller exchanges, managed to accumulate $572 million in less than 2 months. What are they ready? Do you know what that investment can pull for them? Because in their eyes, they're buying the dip. Bitcoin goes to 10,000. That 572 million has just jumped to like almost $2 billion. More than $3 billion. There's that old saying, it takes money to make money. And I'm not lying. One thing that I have learned, and my grandpa, when I was a kid, would always say, work hard at everything you do. Put pride into your work, even if you're barely getting paid anything for it. If you're a street sweeper, you be the best street sweeper you could possibly be. And he was instilling good values. But as I grew up, I learned something else. That the hardest working people are the brokest. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. And if anything I've learned over the past 10 years is that the wealthiest people in the world either got their wealth or maintained their wealth on the backs of other people's money. The entire banking industry is built on other people's money. If you watch, what the hottest news in the land right now was Michael Cohen testifying. He even testified to the fact that he kept himself and his businesses afloat by doing loans against banks over and over and over and over again. That's what all of the wealthy people do. They don't use their own money. Not even Donald Trump uses his own money, legally or illegally. Now, I'm not saying you have to do illegal stuff to become wealthy. What I'm saying is, if you're educated and you know where to go to get wealth and build it lawfully, you're good to go. The problem is most people have no idea. The only way they know of making money is going to school, get a good education, and then getting a good job. And hopefully that job will take care of them for the rest of their lives. Hopefully they'll get that 2% raise every other year. Hopefully they'll get that promotion that ends up putting them in a higher income bracket. So now you're not working to thrive, you're working just to survive. Whereas wealthy people have figured out how to let money work for them by using other people's money, funding one way or another, or learning how to flip the money you earn. If you make $10,000 a year, you should not be living on $10,000 a year. You should probably be living on $10,000 a month. You should be living on $4,000 a month. What do you do with the other extra $6,000? Well, that's a topic for another discussion. Anyways, I don't want to read the rest of that. All right. Do I have another article up here? Yeah. Prices are way down. Bitcoin investors should buy post-crash dip now. Oh, the little same topic of what we're just talking about. They're telling us we need to buy now. I don't even buy Bitcoin. I earn Bitcoin. My only problem, and I have no problem saying so in the crypto space, because I'm not a hype guy. I'm not a flashy guy. I tell it like it is. My own problem in the crypto space, personal problem that I am already have a game plan to overcome, is the fact that I live on this. I live on Bitcoin. I get my income from this. I live in the state of California. It's very expensive. My cost of living is high. So I am living on Bitcoin that I don't want to if I didn't have to, but I have to. So as a goal is to make sure that I have enough income coming in that not only covers my cost of living to pay all the bills and whatnot, but also to have a significant amount of portion that allows me to stock up on all my coins to continue building my crypto portfolio. So one of my goals is by the end of this year that I want to have at least 4 passive income streams that is not 100% set it and forget it, but it doesn't require me to have to do any other work. That my money is working for me, that is pulling in at least $5,000 to $10,000 a month each. 4 on top of what I'm doing with KGX and the income I earn from KGX. On top of what I do with all of my other projects that I have going on. So end up having 7 or 8 income streams, at least 4 of them is automatic. That's my goal, so that I'll be interested in, or positioned going into 2020 to be able to have my big portfolio and growing from there. So I'm thankful and I'm blessed that I don't have to work a 9-to-5 job, but it kills me that I'm actually living on this. I briefly, for like 0.05 seconds, thought about, well, what if you continue making the money you are now and get a job just so that you have more money? Yeah, that was a fleeting thought in my head. Not a chance. I work smart, not harder. Anyways, venture capitalist Fred Wilson suggested that Bitcoin investors buy the post-crash dip because there are a lot of exciting developments right now that make the crypto industry worth investing in. I agree. Wilson proffered the advice in a February 28th blog. We are in the post-crash cycle in crypto, and that has made the sector interesting to me again. Prices are way down, and there is a lot of great work being done on projects we are invested in and projects we want to invest in. Bethany, you've investing in Quadrant. I don't remember if I've heard about Quadrant. That's hardly controversial or earth-shattering advice. Buy low, sell high is a stock market cliche. Wilson was reacting to a tweet by Chris Berniski, a partner at New York blockchain startup Placeholders Ventures. On February 27th, Berniski posted a statement Wilson made during the 2015 Bitcoin crash. At the time, Wilson said, patient investors could enjoy a handsome windfall if they invested wisely during a down market. If we can go back to 2015, Bitcoin was what, 300, 400 bucks a coin? Man, and you knew what was going to happen in 2017. So the lesson I've learned in my career is to invest into the post-crash cycle. When you do that and do it intelligently, education is the key, you are rewarded greatly. Fred Wilson said 4 years ago in the last crypto bear market. Wilson responded to Berniski's tweet by saying, it requires a lot of patience. We didn't really get rewarded for it until 2006, well, that's a typo, 2016, 2017 in the post-internet, internet crash. Okay. 2006, 2007 in the post-internet crash. Wilson, Trump will be removed this year. Oh, of course, people should take Wilson's advice with a grain of salt because the predictions of any market prognosticator could be on point or woefully off target. One of Wilson's laughable predictions from January is that we will have a different president of the United States by the end of 2019. The only way that can happen is if Trump gets impeached, and then it's going to have Pence is going to be the president. I don't see that happening. The realistic chances of President Donald Trump being removed are negligible. Here's why. Even if the Democrat-led House of Representatives voted to impeach Trump, the Republican-led Senate would have to convict him before he's impeached. So worst case scenario, it would be like Bill Clinton. The House that was controlled by the Republicans impeached Clinton. The Senate that was controlled by the Democrats did not follow suit. So he remained, even though he was technically impeached, he remained in office. So I don't see that. The only thing that can screw up Donald Trump is Donald Trump. Unless if he does something so egregious, so way out there that even the Republicans say, I don't think we can back this one. Anything's possible, but I don't see it happening. So why Pelosi is only going to try to impeach Trump? Yeah, I know that. Just look at former Democrat Presidents Bill Clinton and Andrew Johnson, who actually were impeached but weren't removed from office. Why? Because their impeachment trials failed to gain a 2/3 majority vote in the Senate. In fact, there has never been a U.S. president removed from office using the impeachment process. Fred Wilson says Bitcoin bottom is near. As for the crypto market, Fred Wilson said last month that he believes the Bitcoin slump is nearing a bottom. However, he said the process could take the entire year. I agree with that. Wilson also expects some bull market rallies, but warned that the crypto market will remain under pressure throughout 2019. I expect we will see some bullish runs, followed by selling pressure taking us back to retest the lows. I think this bottoming out process will fill in sometime in 2019, and we will slowly enter a new bullish phase in crypto. Everything I'm doing right now is to prepare for that. Wilson previously expressed concern that regulators could come down too hard on the cryptocurrency market and stifle innovation. However, he conceded that without appropriate regulation, Bitcoin scam artists could run rampant. That's true as well. But again, the fraud is still less than 2% of all financial fraud in the world. There will also be pressure on the crypto sector in 2019. The area I am most concerned about are actions brought by misguided regulators who will take aim at high-quality projects and harm them. I don't see that happening in 2019. I think we're past that. I think that was 2018. Unless they all of a sudden start blocking all of the ETFs in the back and that stuff that comes down. And we will continue to see all sorts of failures, from scams, hacks, failed projects, and losing investments be a drag on the sector. I agree with that. But that is always the case with the new emerging technology that allows anyone to set up shop and get going. Permissionless innovation products, the greatest gains over time, but also comes with the inevitable bad actors and actions. I agree. Well, that is it for Crypto Talk for today. It is Friday, which means I will not be doing a late night Crypto Talk, but something did come across my desk. Paul Andrews showed me something. There's a new exchange coming up that's trying to follow suit of what Binance did. The Binance coin. Whenever an exchange comes on, the first thing they want to do is they want to have customers, right? So it's free to sign up for the exchange, but then they reward you by giving you coins just for signing up. Coinbase did that. Anybody who signed up and then put in, what was it, $100 worth of coins, You got $10 Bitcoin, $10 worth of Bitcoin, something like that. Banks do it. You know, if you open up a bank account, they reward you maybe $200 or $500 or something. Well, there is a new exchange that I'm looking at. Doesn't mean I'm actually going to put money on the exchange because it's brand new. I don't trust them yet. But I will take free stuff, free coins. I mean, Binance at one point was like pennies. Now it's worth $10 a coin. Imagine people that got thousands of those coins. So here's the exchange. Well, let me give you the link that you could use. It is free. There is no cost, and you're going to get free coins just for signing up. So that is a win-win situation. Let me post that. So it looks like this Bits DAC. And I signed up, right, and I was looking. I think it showed me I had coins here. Let me go back to the wallets. I'll have to sign in all over again. But I had, okay, let's refresh. Log in again. I remember I haven't done any security. Hold on, I'm gonna, just in case, because there's people out there. Let me stop screen share for a second. I will bring it back up. I want to log in. I want to take a look at this. I forgot how many coins I got just by signing up. All right, let's screen share. All right, come on in. Let's see. I gotta do this all again. I haven't even gone through the huge security settings of this yet. So I got to do this every time. So, all right, that's a good thing then. What did I just do? Okay, there it is. Okay, so let's take a look here. How many coins did I get? Whoa, 1,200 coins? Just for signing up? 1,200? But I think there's something too. If you log in every day, you're going to get, I think, 200 coins every single day for the rest of March. That is the promo that they have going on right now. This is how I also made a whole lot of money on Electroneum. I got in on Electroneum before it was even launched yet. People didn't even know what it was. And I made a whole lot. So yeah, you get 200 coins a day until the end of March. So get free coins. That can't hurt. So I put the link in that chat box. Try it out. And who knows? What if it gets to, let's just say, I want to do some math here. So if you get just for signing up 1,200 coins, all right, well, 200 a day times 30 days, that's 6,000 coins plus 1,200. 7,200 coins just for signing up and logging in every day. And if that becomes like Binance, $10 a coin, that's $72,000. Free money. Hey, I'm good with that. I only spent on here's the thing, Electronium, I spent $750. I made more money on that than most people do in a year on a job. And I spent $750. Anyways, I bet it is not available on Washington. Washington, sometimes Washington, Alaska, and Hawaii. I don't know why your guys' rules and regulations are so freaking strict. And that's interesting because Washington's not a red. What is it, a red state? I don't think it's a blue state. I find that very interesting. Anyways, hope you guys learned something new. As always, that is the point. You guys have a great day. See you all. I'll do early morning crypto talk tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye.